Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today, Bab Dada makes us experience the godly intoxication. Baba says, sweet children, when someone doesn't have a child, he adopts a baby from the orphanage. Baba says when someone leaves the body, the world is dead for them because all the relationship, everything gets changed. So Baba explains that when someone doesn't have a child, he goes and adopts a baby from the orphanage. So whatever relationship the baby has with the previous parents ends there. In the same way, when you take the lap of the father, the relationship with the old world and the old relatives ends there. That is why Baba says, when you die, the world is dead for you. Baba says, children who go into the lap of the father, they are the children who are created through the religion, that is adoption. Baba says such children cannot perform any impure actions. And what are the code of conducts? Baba says we need to follow those at any cost and give the introduction of God to everyone, so that even we have to make them worthy. The essence of Murli. Sweet children, when you go into the lap of the Father, this world ends. Your next birth will be in the new world. And this is why there is the saying, when you die, the world is dead for you. Baba says when someone physically dies, to them the world becomes dead at that time, whereas to the Brahmins, while living alive, the awareness of being in the old world and the old body gets finished. Question: on the basis of which one custom can you prove the incarnation of the Father? Answer: the custom of feeding departed spirits every year has continued in Bharat. They invoke a soul into the Brahman priest and speak to that soul, because even the path of devotion has been so much degraded that they call that soul and they speak to that soul. They ask the departed soul if he has any desires. The body doesn't come back, just the soul comes back. This too is fixed in the drama. Just as a soul can enter, in the same way God's incarnation takes place. Baba says when the soul can enter, can't God take the medium of the human being to explain to us? You children can explain and prove this. Song, to live in your land and to die in your land. What is that land? What is the name of that land? Does anyone know? Can you raise your hands, whoever knows? Our path is that easy Raj Yoga, that is that proves that pure household path. We need to live and die in this land, then become the garland around Father's neck. If you just die in other lands, then you cannot become the garland around Father's neck. Om Shanti. This song of this time, and it continues on the path of the devotion. It is at this time when you die alive and you are with the Father that the whole world truly ends for you. On the path of ignorance, when human beings die, they take birth in this world. When they die, the world doesn't end, but they again take rebirth in this old world. The world exists all the time. There is the saying, when you die, the world is dead to you. However, when a person dies, the world isn't destroyed. That soul has to take birth again in this old world. When you die, this world too will end. You know that. You will then go into the new world. We die in the old world, then we take birth in the new world. Only you Brahmins know this. Because of being the children of God, you receive the birthright of the golden age. Because our Father is the creator of the new world, when we come into the lap of the Father, we receive the godly birthright. Baba says we receive the sovereignty of the heaven, the hell comes to an end. There is no need to make any effort. In order to become Father's child, there is no effort required. You simply have to remember the Father. When a person is dying, people tell him to chant the name of Rama. The soul wouldn't have done so much devotion in his life, but at the end times, that is the final moments, if someone asks him to chant Rama also, how could the soul even remember when it is not practiced for a long time? If someone has not had the habit of telling the truth or being honest in their entire life, if you are asked to name, just chant the name of the Rama. So Baba says it doesn't work like that. They say of God, the name of Rama is the truth. That is, they take the name of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, who is the truth. They turn the beads of a rosary while chanting the name of Rama. Their habit becomes so firm that it becomes a very natural for them to chant Rama. So Baba says they continue to chant the name of Rama in such a way that it is as though they are playing music. The father explains to you children, you don't have to make any sound. Simply keep remembrance of me in your intellects. You know that by going into the God's lap while alive, this world of sorrow ends for you. Baba, I will become a garland around your neck. The rosary of Rudra is remembered. It is said, the rosary of Rama. You are sitting in the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra, as you did in the previous cycle, in order to be threaded in the rosary of Rudra. There is no other spiritual gathering where you would understand that you will become the garland around the neck of the Father. You definitely receive the inheritance from the Father. Who says Father? The soul. The intellect is in the soul. Your intellect understands and then says something. First you recognize, then understand, he is my Father. Then you get a thought, then you tell through your sense organs. Baba says, we have become the children of the God, and now we belong to Baba, and I will remain belonging to you, Baba. In this last birth you call him God the Father. So ask them, do you have the knowledge of God the Father? They would reply, God is omnipresent. Tell them, you souls say, Supreme Father, so how can the Father be omnipresent? Did the Father enter the child? To call the Father omnipresent is totally wrong. Understand these things very clearly and then explain them to others. First, we need to understand that with the clarity, then we should start explaining to others. The sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra is very well known. The Rudra is incorporeal. Sri Krishna is a corporeal being. The sacrificial fire is also created on the path of devotion. They make the Shivling and a number of small saligrams made of mud. Baba says, people worship me in one way, but the children of God are worshipped in two ways, that is in the form of the saligram and also in the form of a deities. Now, who would be called God? Sri Krishna cannot be called that. People are very innocent. They say God is omnipresent. Wherever I see, only God exists there. Bap, the Father resides in his home. Where else would he reside? He has a home and he resides there. The Father has now come into this unlimited home. He is present here. He takes the support of this corporeal medium and he comes into this unlimited stage, that is the corporeal world, and he is present here. He says, I have entered this one, just as the departed spirits are also invoked into the Brahman spirits. For instance, when the departed spirit of someone's father is fed, he would say, I have entered this one. I have entered this one, so if you want to ask anything, you can do so. They will not tell where they are right now. They just tell about their well-being, that's all. Because if they reveal more details, people may just go and visit also. In earlier days, the system of invoking departed spirits was very popular. The departed soul is also just a soul. They feed a departed spirit, that is the soul. Today they would say, we are feeding everyone because of the departed spirit of my grandfather or so and so. Therefore the soul is invoked and fed. Someone who loved his wife would call that departed soul back after she had died. He would say, I promised her a diamond no stud. Therefore he would invoke her into a Brahman priest and give her a diamond no stud through him. He would call that soul. The body doesn't come because he thinks that he has to fulfill the desire of his wife. This custom only exists in Bharat. They don't know the difference between the body and the soul. It's just as when you go to the subtle region and offer bhog to someone who has died. That soul comes in the subtle region. These things are completely new. Until people understand very clearly, they have doubts as to what they are doing. Look at the systems and the customs of the Brahmin priest. Bhog is offered in all the temples. They offer bhog to the departed spirits. They offer bhog to the soul of the Guru Nanak. But where is he? They cannot understand this. You know that all of those who established each religion are here, just as Baba says, I established the Brahman religion. He is the purifier. Pure souls come and establish a religion. However, a Sato Pradhan soul then has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, Tamo. Baba says, when the departed souls are present in the old world, then only you are invoking that soul and you are offering the bhog to them. So Baba says, I established the Brahmin religion. He is the purifier. Pure souls come and establish a religion. There is a difference between the way Baba comes and establishes a kingdom as well as the religion, whereas pure souls just come and establish a religion. So the main difference between the religion establishers and the Supreme Soul is that the Supreme Father takes the corporeal medium and establishes a new world with the power of purity, whereas the souls who establish their religions take birth through vices and they also enter the corporeal medium. Because the souls who establish the religion are pure souls, they won't experience any punishment. The medium which was taken by them, that soul will experience the punishment according to his karmic accounts. When Baba comes, he establishes three three religions, that is of the Brahmin, deity and the warrior, and he takes all of us back home. When Supreme Father comes down to establish a religion, he doesn't come into the birth and the death cycle, but he takes all of us back home. Whereas when the religion establishers come down, they don't take any one of us back home. Instead, they will start their journey from that time. They won't don't return home. Baba tells every time, whenever Sakar Brahma Baba used to cough, so Shiv Baba used to say, when the Brahma Baba had cough, at the time Shiv Baba used to leave that body immediately, because this soul has to experience the karmic settlement, because he is not entangled into any of the karmic accounts. So Baba cannot experience any kind of punishment or anything. He is beyond the effect of all the actions. So Baba says, each soul has to pass through the stages of the Sato, Rajo, Tamo. At this time, all the souls are in the graveyard, and because all are buried in the graveyard because they consider themselves to be the body which is dead without a soul. The Baba is the purifier. He is never buried in the graveyard. Human beings cannot be called purifier. Purifier means the purifier of the whole world. There cannot be anyone except the one Father who makes impure world pure. Those people come to establish their own religions. The whole genealogical tree of the Christian religion is up there. Christ first came, then all others followed him. Expansion continued to take place. First of all, the souls who establish the religions, they come first and then the followers are created and then they start forming a religion. Whereas on the path of the knowledge, first the souls are already degraded, that is, we are already degraded, and the Supreme Father comes later to purify us. So Baba says his population comes down number wise. The purifier is needed at this time when everyone is buried in the graveyard. He alone is the one who purifies everyone. You understand that truly the whole world is totally decayed at this time. The example of that banyan tree is given. The tree is very large, its foundation is decayed, but the branches and twigs are still there. This too is a tree. So Baba says, the foundation of the original eternal deity religion is totally decayed. Only the branches and the twigs of other religions just stand. So Baba says the roots of the foundation of the deity religion have been cut away. All the rest of the tree just exists. If the seed exists, he can establish it once again. The Father says, I come and once again carry out this establishment. The Father is the seed of the human world tree, so he has to come into this world in order to plant a new sapling. The Father says, I come and once again carry out this establishment. It means he had done a cycle ago and he will continue to do in the next cycle. Establishment takes place through Brahma and destruction takes place through Shankar. There truly was the destruction of the innumerable religions. Those who studied Raj Yoga at the time of the Mahabharata war then established their own religion. You know that you will now go to the Father, then go down to the new world. The tree will continue to grow. The deity religion that used to exist has disappeared. There is a lot of difference, that is day and night difference, between the objective of the human world and as compared with the objectives that we have. We want to come into the cycle of the birth and deaths because we know the secrets of the Brahma, whereas the rest of the world wants to experience the liberation or moksha. So Baba says, I come and once again establish the original eternal deity religion. Bharat, that was the highest on high, is now eclipsed. By sitting on the pyre of lust, your souls have become so ugly. You are now sitting on the pyre of knowledge and are becoming beautiful. You had become ugly. It is the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul who makes ugly ones beautiful. You receive his Srimad. The soul of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is ever pure and beautiful. Alloy is mixed into the souls. When you sit on the pyre of lust, you become ugly, whereas when you sit on the pyre of the knowledge, you become very great and beautiful. The soul of the Supreme Soul is ever pure and beautiful. Alloy is mixed into souls. Yesterday, Baba said that souls which are immune to the effect of actions, this was the belief of the worldly people. So Baba explained, since they said that the soul is equal to Supreme Soul, so they just thought that Supreme Soul's qualities are also of the soul. So Baba says this cannot work like this. A soul can become a great soul or a sinful soul or a deity soul. It can never become a Supreme Soul. It can become equal to the Supreme Soul. You know that this whole world is now to be destroyed and everyone is to die. There won't then be anyone left behind to tell you. That is why Rama has also gone and Ravan has also gone, it is said. Because the family of the Rama as well as the family of the Ravan, the entire world has to be finished. During the final moments, who will have a time or the courage or the energy to tell someone to chant the name of God? We need to start having the practice for a very long time to be in the remembrance of the Baba irrespective of whatever is happening around us. That is why we need to imbibe the habit of constant remembrance of Baba. Just look, when Nehru died, his ashes were scattered all over the fields. Why? It was understood that the fields would receive very good fertilizer. When someone dies, their ashes are not thrown away, but they are just thrown into the fields in order to get the good production. Just think 600 crores or 700 crores human beings' dead bodies and millions and billions types of species, birds, animals, their bodies are turned into ashes. So just think how productive even the element earth would be. So Baba says, when a tree is full of insects, they sprinkle ashes. So Baba says, because earth gets very good fertilizer at the end of the confluence age, so in golden age, the earth would give first class fruits and flowers. So Baba says when a tree is full of insects, they sprinkle ashes like an insecticide on them. This whole world will receive so much ash. When great sannyasis or great souls die, their ashes are not thrown away. The highest of all are sannyasis. So many will now die, and so much fertilizer will be received. So why would the earth not give first class grain? When it is getting so much of ash, then it will definitely give all the first class things in the golden age. In the golden age, everything is green and fresh. It takes time for this world to be made new. When you go to the subtle region, you are shown such a big fruit and you are given mango juice to drink. So just think how much fertilizer will be received, and it's especially Bharat that will receive that. So many good things will emerge in the new world. Because everything would get submerged except Bharat. By receiving this fertilizer, the whole world will become new. You have been given the mango juice of the paradise in the subtle region. You are granted visions of gardens, etc. Some children have had visions of that world. They go there and drink mango juice. Princes and princesses used to fetch fruits from the gardens. However, there cannot be a garden in the subtle region. It will definitely appear or exist in the corporeal world, not in the subtle one. Surely they must have gone to paradise. Visions would not be granted to everyone. Those who become instruments are granted visions. Baba first of all tells he doesn't grant visions to everyone. It is possible that if you stay in remembrance, if you remain Baba's children, then at the end you too will have that visions. It is not guaranteed, but if we become Baba's true children and do the service till the end, then we will also be granted visions. This cow shed first had to be made. You had to be baked in the furnace, and so many came at that time. Baba entertained a lot in the initial days of the sacrificial fire when it was created. Baba took us on a tour to the new world. It has been explained to you children that people will not understand simply by being given literature. A teacher who can explain to them is definitely needed. A teacher would explain in a second, and this is your Baba and this is your Dada. This unlimited Father is the creator of heaven. If you just give someone literature, he would look at it and then throw it away. He would not understand anything. At the very least, you definitely have to explain that the Father has come. All the mothers who can give the introduction of the Father and raise their hands. So if such a big gathering is ready to spread the message of God, just think about the number of souls who would be benefited. Baba says, it's your duty to beat the drums for this. There are truly the Yadavas and Kauravas, and the great war is just ahead. There must definitely be someone to read Raj Yoga. There has to be the establishment of heaven. There will be the establishment of one religion and the destruction of the innumerable religions. You know that you are changing from an ordinary man into Narayan and an ordinary woman into Lakshmi. This is our aim and objective. It didn't take God long to change human beings into deities. Only those of the Sun dynasty are called deities. Those of the Moon dynasty are called warriors. You first of all have to become deities. By failing, you become warriors. The father says, "Sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children." There are so many long lost and now found children. Who can count? Look, when someone's child is lost and he is found after 6 to 8 months, he is greeted with so much love that his father would be so happy. This father also says, "Beloved, long lost and now found children, you have come and met me after 5,000 years. Just think about the happiness what Baba must have when he met the children. Who has more happiness, whether Baba or the children? Both of us have. How many of you think that you will get the same happiness that you get at the time of meeting the Father? Do you get the same happiness when you meet the family? When you see the family, you just remember the soul's worship worthy form. Then you will just love the soul. You should not see the current positions of the souls or the current behaviors. So Baba says, "My beloved, long lost and now found children, you have come and met me after 5,000 years. Beloved children, you became separated and you have now met me in order to claim your unlimited inheritance. The deity world sovereignty is your godfatherly birthright. Baba has come to give you the unlimited sovereignty. That one is the heavenly God, the Father. He says, I have brought such a big gift for you children. However, you have to become worthy of it." Such a big gift Baba has got for us. Such a gift cannot be given by any other father. Baba says it's very easy and natural for you to go into the new world, but you need to make yourself worthy. Baba is giving us the biggest gift, but you need to work on yourselves and make yourself worthy. For that you need to follow Srimad. If after saying Mama and Baba you forget him or you divorce him, you won't be able to become a garland around his neck. Baba says if you just fail in your life, then you cannot become the garland around the Father's neck. Children are loved so much, the Father puts his children on his head. Even the worldly life, this can be experienced. Baba places us on his head and he says, "Children, you are far ahead of me," in order to make children happy. It is the greatness of the Father who is keeping and who is motivating us. The unlimited Father has so many children. Baba places you so high on his head. He places on his head those who have fallen down to the feet. You should remain so happy. You should follow Srimad. You have to follow the Srimad of the One. You need to maintain your intoxication and happiness all the time. Baba says you need to ensure that you follow Srimad also. Those who follow the Srimad can only be happy. If you follow your own dictates, you die. Baba says if you follow your own dictates, you die. You can survive or you can live a happy life only by following Srimad. If you follow Srimad, you will become the most elevated human beings, that is deities. Baba asks you, with which number will you pass? The father also says, become part of the Sun dynasty. Therefore, you have to follow Mama and Baba. You have to make others into the spinners of the discus of the self-realization like yourselves. If you want to come into the first division, then you need to follow Mama and Baba, and then you need to spin the discus of the self-realization. Then you need to make others also equal to yourselves. When you bring others in front of Shiv Baba, he asks you how many others you have made like yourselves. There are such enjoyable things. Only you can understand them. New ones would not be able to understand that this is a college for changing from human beings into deities. Some are colored very well in 7 days, some are not colored at all. A lot of effort has to be made. The first thing that is explained to you children, that you first of all have to ask everyone, do you know the unlimited Father? They say, yes, he is in me and in you, he is omnipresent. In that case, there is no need to ask them anything further. Since you say that he is the Father, how is it possible for him to be in you and me? The inheritance is received from that Father, so first of all explain Alf. The Father says, my long lost and now found children, none of the holy men or sannyasis can say this. You know that you truly are the long lost and now found children of Shiv Baba. You have come to meet him again after 5,000 years in order to claim your inheritance of heaven. You know that you were the masters of heaven and that you are becoming that again. You definitely have to go to heaven and you have to claim a high status according to your efforts. Acha, a lot of explanation has been given today. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children also offer love and remembrance and say good morning, namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada. The essence for dana, first one. Just remember the homework which is given here. First one, follow the mother and the father and do the service of making others become like yourselves. Become the spinners of the discus of the self-realization and make others the same. Baba says, second point, in order to become a garland around the neck of the Father, remember the Father with your intellect, do not make any sound, constantly stay in remembrance. Today's blessing, may you be constantly respected and remain stable in your self respect by renouncing body consciousness. I repeat, may you be constantly respected and remain stable in your self respect by renouncing body consciousness. The children who renounce body consciousness in this one birth and remain stable in their self respect receive from the Father, the bestower of fortune, the fortune of being constantly respected throughout the whole cycle. In return for this renunciation, if you just renounce the body consciousness in this one birth and be stable in the self respect, you will receive the fortune of being respected throughout the cycle in return for this renunciation from the bestower of fortune. For half a cycle, you receive respect from your subjects, and for another half a cycle, you receive respect from your devotees. Just think about the subjects' respect towards the kings in the Golden Age and the Silver Ages. At this time, at the confluence age, God Himself gives His respect, worthy children respect. At this time, at the confluence age, God Himself gives His respect, worthy children respect. Did you get this kind of respect at any time? There is a connection between the self-respect and the respect. Those who are stable in the self-respect will automatically respected by the bestower of fortune. Slogan: continue to receive blessings from the Father and the Brahman family at every step, and you will continue to move constantly forward. Today's Avyakt signal. One can experience the intense form of meditation only when the link is always there with the Supreme Father all the time. If your link gets disconnected frequently, then you need to put a lot of effort and you start experiencing difficulties, and instead of becoming powerful, you become weak because a lot of time and energy is wasted in order to connect the link which was disconnected. Om Shanti. Let's listen to the schedule. The schedule of the surrendered brothers would be like this. I am an obedient soul is the self-respect point, and 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. You need to be in time. There would be a collective meditation, and 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. a class will be taken by the Santosh sister on the topic obedient and being faithful to the father. And then from 11:30 to 12:30 a class will be taken by the Nirvair brother, and he would meet all the brothers, and he would also conduct a class based on the topic. The topic is belonging to the one and doing the economy. Then there will be a godly gift distribution where Sister Munni ji will come and meet all of you, and she would give the godly gifts to you. Then 4 to 5 p.m. you would write a letter to Baba by considering Baba as the close friend. Then 5 to 6 p.m. there would be collective meditation. Then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. a class will be taken by the Asha sister based on the topic purity in the thought, words and deeds. And from 7 to 8 p.m. there would be experience based meditation. So I request all the brothers to be in time in order to take the benefit. We need to ensure three things, that is to maintain the complete silence, and the schedule of the mother's intense meditation camp is mothers are requested to ensure that there is a complete silence and you are completely focused and concentrated towards the purpose. The point of the self-respect is that I am a soul who has unlimited disinterest. (10 to 11 a.m. there would be a collective meditation along with the commentary, and you are requested to just come to the Diamond Hall in time, where Kavita sister from the Chandigarh would be conducting the yoga. Then 10:30 to 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. a class will be taken by the Asha sister, that is on the old natures and the habits. And after this, experience based meditation also will be taken by the Asha sister. And 4 to 5 p.m. you will write a letter to Baba considering him as the best friend. And 5 to 6 there will be a collective meditation. And 6 to 7 p.m. Sister Chandika would be conducting a class based on the topic the basis of the completion and the perfect stage is the feeling of the unlimited disinterest. And 7, and after that the experience based meditation also will be conducted by the Chandrika sister. Those who have given their names to offer bhog to Baba today, those who have been given the slips are requested to reach the conference hall as soon as the bhog is offered here, and the trans messenger sister would come and meet all of you in the conference hall, not in the meditation hall. You are requested to reach the conference hall. You need to give the count to the department for the Gyanamrit magazine renewals. Brother Lakshman, who has been in the Gyan, he has been in the he has been in the Gyan 40 years, and his daughter is Vandana, who is working in the video department. He has undergone a heart surgery and he is recovering very well. But we need to give Sakash to this soul for his speedy recovery. Om Shanti. I went to the subtle region to offer book to Baba. I gave special remembrance of all of you and told Baba that it's the turn of the mothers and the surrendered brothers who have come for the intense Yog Tapasya program. Baba smiled and said, so on one side there are Shiv Shaktis, that is the army of the Shiv Shaktis. On the other side there is the army of the Pandavas. So if you just weigh these two sides, which side would it weigh more? Baba says, if you place an army of the Shiv Shaktis as well as the army of the Pandavas on the weighing scale, which side it would be more? Baba understands the feelings of the hearts of the mothers as well as of the surrounded brothers who have come. Because of understanding their feelings only, Baba has told us to just weigh on the weighing scale. Because the feelings and the attitudes of the mothers as to whatever comes in their mind, they always put in Baba's letterbox, or whatever comes in their thought, they just give it to Baba. There is a great power in mothers because they have such a great power which sustains their family members. On the other hand, he talked about brothers. Brothers do a lot of effort and they earn for the livelihood of the family. But those who are surrendered, they stay at centers, or those who come to the center frequently. The power which is there in the mothers to sustain the family, that power is not in the brothers. Because mothers use their intellects and the tactics to sustain, they have this quality inherent. Baba said brothers have become Baba's children. They are unshakable. They have very firm faith and move forward. That is why they are being respected a lot. There is a respect for mothers as well as Pandavas, and people worship them in the form of Hanuman and in the form of one deity or others. Baba said finally that Baba remembers and gives a lot of love and remembrance to the mothers, and he said Vande Mataram, and Baba says and praises mothers, and he gives the title Vande Mataram. Baba says mothers do a lot of incognito effort, and this incognito effort is made by mothers. They have certain qualities which are inherent. So that is why Baba says mothers are more special than anyone else. Baba said to brothers that you need to become immovable and unshakable, having a very firm faith, and be the protectors of this sacrificial fire and contribute to its growth. And you are the instruments for the growth and the expansion of this sacrificial fire. So then I offered bhog to Baba, and this bhog was particularly on behalf of the Dadi Kamalmani ji. Baba said those who are Adi jewels. Baba said those jewels who had surrendered their life at the initial times of the sacrificial fire. Baba said whatever Baba does, how much praise even Baba gives to these children, that is not enough, because children at the initial times had to sacrifice a lot in order to make the sacrificial fire reach this stage today. Baba then emerged, that soul as well as other souls on behalf of whom the bhog was offered. Then Baba offered bhog to all of them with so much love. Then I came to the corporeal world by taking the love and the remembrance from Bab Dada. Thank you. Om Shanti.